Hi, I'm Symphoneers, and today we're taking a look at updated or new mono red. Most of it is very similar to relatively standard mono red in that we have like Kumano Faces Kakkazan, Swiftspears, and etc. The two main new cards we're playing are Fugitive Codebreaker. This is good just basically as another Swiftspear, a little bit more expensive, but an extra point of power and some late game utility, potentially anyway, which is nice. The big standout for me out of the new mono red cards has definitely been connecting the dots. You can pretty regularly get this to be like a draw 7 or something, which in mono red, amazing. Like, great, thumbs up. It can be huge for just having enough gas to like kill a control opponent or whatever, so I've been very happy with connecting the dots. Only thing, other stuff that's slightly different from usual is like we're running some reinforced Ronins. This is just because connecting the dots really likes having hasty one-drop attackers. So yeah, we like Ronin, we like Phoenix Chick, etc. They are really good for getting the connecting the dots trigger. We're playing some adversaries and stuff too to flash stuff back. If you don't have adversaries or don't want to craft them or whatever, I would just say like more haste 1-drops. Ginger Brute in particular would be a good thing to craft or cram in here if you're looking to fill space or don't want to craft Codebreaker or whatever. Codebreaker's pretty good. You should maybe craft Codebreaker. Yeah, I would say connecting the dots mandatory. This thing very good, strong recommend, but maybe you can get away with cutting it, and yeah. Anyway, rest of it's like just bog standard mono red, some Mirrexes. I don't like running too many colorless lands because that can really interfere with your sequencing and stuff because of our pip density in our 1-drop slot and so on. So that is more or less the deck. If you like the deck tech and like the video and so on, like, subscribe, etc. helps the channel a lot. Yay! Let's get on to some actual gameplay. Anyway, keep 7. Do a Phoenix Chick and go vroom vroom. Opponent to 19. Mono blue, This probably eats a counter. Yeah. Yeah, maybe this one. It's not, like, stunning, but... or not anything brilliantly innovative, but like, hey, connecting the dots is neat. Oops. Help. No, I've clicked too many things. I've gone too greedily and too deep. Or... clicked too greedily and too deep. Anyway. Swiftspear happens. Phoenix Chick. Maybe? Does seem like they have a quench, or sorry, not a quench, make disappear or whatever. Oh, an impulse, sure. Play with fire. Lightning strike seems just okay, or like, hey, burn in the face. Bing bang bong, opponent to 12. I guess we're like slightly concerned about a Djinn or something. No? Okay. Play out a land. Go Burr. A slip or something, or like any way of dealing with our Swiftspear is pretty awkward in terms of our ability to push damage. Playing blue, so they're legally obligated to rope us. Lightning strike first, because it's expensive and etc. We at least get the prowess trigger off of it. We sneeze, maybe. Or not. There's the Fading Hope, yeah, so we only push 2 this turn, which is not great. I mean, I guess one of those resolved, but... we'll do this while they only have 1 blue. Terror. Okay, 2 terrors. 2 terrors is not great for us. We do have a couple of turns to work. Or like theoretically 2 turns. Kind of surprised they played out that Otawara. No blocks. Double attacking there is a little bit ambitious, maybe. We are blocking with, or sorry, attacking with these 3 for sure. If they have a bounce spell, we're dead to attacking with even just 1 Swiftspear. And we can push additional damage next turn with another Mirrex token. I don't think they had a Fading Hope. Or like, maybe I could have metagamed the way priority was holding or whatever a bit more. Okay, we block 1 of these. Make a Might token. This is nice in that we can force them to do something pre-combat. We can pay for Make Disappear. Okay. Uh-huh. A handful of soft counters, not doing it for our words are hard. Good games to the opponent. Anyway, keep 7. Do we do Dippin' Dots? I guess we can do like Codebreaker, then Dippin' Dots to get a browse trigger. Cenote Scout. Mono green opponent. They tossed Tyvar's stand, which is sort of interesting. Or does suggest that they maybe have one in hand or are fishing for lands. Almost inhaled some coffee. Oh yeah, Scout's really good. Codebreaker. Mutation? Just cold guessing the counterspell? Yeah, it's mutation, isn't it? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I've seen a handful of people trying to play Repulsive Mutation. It seems okay, but not spectacular. Yeah. Okay, yeah, this is just Merfolk. Simic, or just straight up and down Merfolk. I think we hold up Lightning Strike and hold up Kumano on blocks, weirdly. Oh yeah, Mutation in Limited seems good. I didn't really like this limited format. It's like, fine. Maybe I'm supposed to do this when they can't actually counter it. Or yeah, I'm definitely supposed to do that, aren't I? Whoops. Repulsive again. I mean, they're burning through their hand really quickly. So, we're going to get, like, got by the pilgrimage a little bit, but we can just keep blocking stuff and kind of go from there. Dippin' Dots, Adversary. Yeah, the like weird 17 lands groupthink in Limited is strange too. I just didn't like the bombs in this format, really. Or losing despite having several pieces of removal in hand because Ezram exists is like, woof, feels bad, man. Do I want... Hand's a little bit awkward. I guess we play it like this and kind of take the L on not playing out the adversary, because if we draw land, we can at least do that stuff next turn. And they don't have good blocks here without a flash threat, so no Lord in hand. Cenote Scout. Bing bong. We can do this. We can do this. We can do this. We'll want to keep the Swiftspear back to block the Scout just to shut off Deep Root Pilgrimage stuff. Sentinel. They finally hit a, like, good and or beefy merfolk, although it doesn't work with Pilgrimage, so... Yay! We don't feel bad about the Swifty thing. You do require red mana. The Mirrexes here are really fucking us. Or like they're rough. This is why I only put like 2 Mirrexes in mono red instead of 4 Mishra's Foundries or whatever. I think we just do violence, even despite the awkward Dippin' Dots. I guess, I don't know, we'll see how they block. Okay. It's pretty okay. We push a bunch of damage that turn. We probably discard the Ronin just to draw 7. Yep. Yeah, we have several options as to how we progress there in terms of like either playing out more threats and getting a draw, draw 11 off of connecting the dots. Or we can just do that, or, yeah. Good games to the opponent. Keep 7, come on and keep 7. The pointed nails thing is just like fashion, huh? Like, Ravnica presumably has access to decent nail clippers, or whatever. So having, like, claws is just a choice. I don't know why I've decided to fixate on that. But, yeah, anyway. If it works, it works. Slay, baby, slay. Wait, vampire? What? But that's a human. Okay, so it's Boros and they just have like a weird Cavern of Souls thing. I mean... Sure? Don't really want to trade the Swifty for stuff. If they wanted to trade both of those for the Codebreaker, though, that would be more acceptable, I think. Sanguine Evangelist. Seguangelist. We just shoot that, right? Kind of wish we could draw a land, but if it works, it works. We do this, neither of our prowess threats die, or they can't trade effectively here. We hit them for a bunch, and they go to 4. So that seems good. Novice Inspector. Novice Inspector, inspect the projector. They do a warden thing. If they do that again, they die. They're doing it again, so they die. Big, I just wanted to look at the top couple cards energy. We will do it like this, I guess. Yeah. Good games to the opponent. We just race Boros very effectively there, which is neat. Novice Inspector, inspect the projector. What do you think, Rector? Do. I gonjo for the opponent. Mirrex. Scry for something. This is a little bit aggressive, but I think we want a creature. Or that's okay too, I guess. Connect some dots. Monstrous Rage would have been slightly better for sequencing, but it's okay. Lots of Mirrexes for our opponent. Let's... I wasn't going to do the second connect the dots initially, but then we got a 1-drop creature that can trigger both of them. And that seems neat. Okay, so we're dealing with control, it seems like. Yeah, there's the blue-white source. Would like to draw a land. Being able to double spell or like cast a spell and crack connecting the dots would be very nice. Don't mind me shuffling around in my seat. Well, we can do this. Fire off one of these so they don't have productive blocks on either thing, and maybe it's slightly better to send this face. I could go either way. This kind of forces them to have more removal, which I like, or like constrains options for our opponent. And they might have more removal, but, you know. No more lies, sure. I think we still attack with both, just for connecting the dots triggers. Double block on the Ronin, yep. Opponent to 18, which is not great. I feel like as long as they don't have a farewell, we're in an interesting position at least of like having a lot of advantage from the connecting the dots. A lot of potential card advantage. Yeah, finally, a land. Codebreaker. Again, we do a thing just to like force them to have more answers or whatever. They feel to have ruined the Mirrex to thin our deck for us. Very nice of them. Violence. So the dots now represent draw 6s, which is cool and good. Our opponent really moisturized in their lane, thriving. Deciding how to best chump block. They go back down to 20. Woo! Yeah, I was gonna say upkeep stop, question mark? Do a Kumano pre-combat. Do. Connecting the dots. Really slowly, sensually going through the connecting the dots triggers. Our opponent activates Restless Anchorage. Sorry, we would like to activate the ability of one of the connecting the dots. Yeah, this is fine. Shock the Restless Anchorage. They have no counter, or I guess they could tap the Anchorage. Sorry, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, we trade where we put them down the land, which is good. We can potentially hold up a thing. Or hold up a play with fire, rather. My turn. Okay. I think we do one Codebreaker face side up. Or do we do... I wish it had a marker for instants and sorceries. I guess I could just count. 3, with the connecting... I'm a little bit worried I'm slow rolling it, but I think we save the Fugitive Codebreaker in hand to do Fugitive Codebreaker things. We have the 2 Kumanos flipping soon, too. Our opponent just gives up to connecting the dots value, which... that feels early to me, but I guess if their hand isn't good or like they don't have farewells or whatever, yeah, that might just feel insurmountable to them. And you know what? I'll take it. Good games to the opponent. Keep? It's a little bit awkward, but like we can Ronin, then Codebreaker, then stuff. It's alright. Ronin. Goes vroom vroom. Fiddling with my audio levels, don't worry about it. Our opponents are really vibing today. Oh, red. Kumano for the opponent. Oh, we have a Swifty. Yeah, I guess we still just do the Codebreaker. Was considering like Swifty plus Ronin or something, but that slows down how effectively we can push damage on future turns, even though it's slightly more this turn. Phoenix chick. Phoenix chick. We do this, we do a Swifty, and we do a murder on the larger Phoenix chick. 2 prowess triggers means we'll push damage fairly effectively anyway, or like take them to 11. We might be... yeah, we do have the option of like both Ronins, end of turns, cycle one, or channel one Ronin. Unos. Yep. Dos. Tres. 6 damage, 7 damage, can't block anyway. Yeah, I think we keep one thing back just to soak pressure in the form of the Swiftspear, or like block, or whatever. Presumably they can trigger Godric, or like my guess is that they can trigger Godric, but even then just like chump blocking the Kumano might be fine, or keep us alive. So, you know. They play with fire the Swifty, so that's damage not going face, which is good. Alright, they have this. Brain 7, 8. They don't take that. Oh, lightning strike to face and we die? Sure. If we keep the Codebreaker back that turn, we can survive, but we don't have lethal on the subsequent turn. And that's awkward, like unless we have really good draws, so I don't know. This hand seems decent. Kumano, Phoenix Trick Play with Fire on 2, that delays the connecting the dots more than I would like, but it's probably fine. Multiple connecting the dots, okay. Bing bong. Rakdos opponent. Bat. I'll shoot the bat. They get to stare at my connecting the dots and be jealous of how good connecting the dots are. It's so good, I drew it thrice. Connect some dots. Probably play out another even if they kill something. We might be throwing away one of them. Just for like mana efficiency or like threat efficiency. As good value as connecting the dots is, it does not kill the opponent in itself. We're really vibing, really taking our time deciding which creature to go for the throat. Codebreaker. Codebreaker get up, get coffee. Codebreaker go to job. Codebreaker have boring meeting with boring manager Rob. Rob say Codebreaker very diligent, but his output stinks. His code's not functional or elegant. What do Codebreaker think? Codebreaker think maybe goddamn manager wants to break some codes himself. Codebreaker don't say it out loud. Codebreaker not crazy, just proud. Codebreaker like Fritos. Codebreaker like Tab and Mountain Dew. Codebreaker very simple goblin. Do. Big warm fuzzy secret heart. Do. Codebreaker like you. Do. I mean, we can just do this. I was thinking too hard for a second, and it's like, we don't even need connecting the dots here. Just vroom. Oh god, we're through half our deck just off of connecting the dots value, and we don't even need it to kill them. That was nice. I liked that. Good games to our opponents. And if I do a historic brawl deck, I can be a little over a week ahead. That seems good. Maybe then I'll be able to actually spend some time on Godot stuff, which I haven't touched in a hot minute. Or a few days, yeah. Domain, presumably, for the opponent. Codebreaker? Get our prowess threats down. We would love to have one turn of just getting to triple prowess. Okay. Math. Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, we just killed them with this, huh? Doo. Right, unless I did the math totally wrong. Sure. Oh, I did the math totally wrong. I was one off. But the good news is, we have Kumano Faces Kakkazan up top, and also a prowess threat. Prowess haste threat, so reasonably good odds we can do a murder. They might have the domain thing. If they do that, they still don't have a Topiary Stomper that can block. Angel doesn't matter, because we can kill them without going to combat. We're really manually tapping this, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that just seems annoying. Our opponent holding up a leyline binding. Yeah, we do a murder. Good effort from them to try to stabilize, but the triple shock, or like play with 2 damage for 1 turn, just very good for us in terms of doing a murder. Good games for the opponent. Thank you for watching the video, and an extra big thank you to the Patreon patrons and YouTube members that help make these videos possible. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.